Okay, good day everyone. This is the last part of our lecture in Forensic 5, Chapter 4. So, dito, pag-uusapan natin yung about sa supplementary test. Yung mga kinds of the specific testing na ginagamit sa polygraph examination. So, aside from the standard test, there are also special or supplementary tests na ginagamit ng mga examiner para makakuha sila ng mas malinaw at accurate na conclusion. So, these tests are usually ginagamit kapag hindi sapat yung resulta ng standard questioning or kailangan pa ng mga additional verification. So, punta tayo sa part 1. Part 1, isang pag-uusapan natin ang supplementary test questions. So, what are the supplementary test question? Ang supplementary test question, mga anak, ito yung may mga special types ng mga tanong na ginagamit together with the standard polygraph procedures. So, ano yung purpose nito? Una, para ma-verify yung deception. Pangalawa, para ma-identify yung hidden knowledge. And also to detect yung fear or guilt ng isang subject. And last is para din ma-improve yung accuracy ng mga examination. The examination. So, naputol yung ating lecture. But to continue, yung mga supplementary tests, it include, wag nyo kalilimutan to ha, yung peak of tension test, or yung tinatawag na PTT, and guilt complex test, or the GCT, and the symptomatic questions, the SKY question, and the silent answer test, or mas kilala bilang SAT. And last is the zone comparison test. Isa-isahin natin ito mga anak. Or yung ZCT. No? So una, pag-usapan natin yung peak of tension test or the PTT. Yung peak of tension test, peak of tension, nandiyan na yung salitang tension. So, ginagamit ito kapag yung suspect nyo ay hindi pa sila aware sa mga specific details ng crime. So, meaning, confidential pa yung mga information at hindi pa alam ng public. So, sa test na ito, several similar questions are being asked, pero isa lang ang totoong detail ng crime. So, kapag guilty ang subject, usually tataas yung physiological reaction niya doon sa tamang detail. So, dahil alam niya yung mga totoong sagot tataas talaga yung polygraph test sa kanya. So, halimbawa naman, kapag tinanong, kunyari, anong brand ang ninakaw na watch? So, like, ang example, is it an Seiko, no? Pagka binigyan siya ng pamimilian like G-Shock, isip G-Shock, ganan. Kapag saan siya nag-react sa mga brand na yon, ibig sabihin, nag-react yung physiological response niya, edi ibig sabihin, may kinalaman siya doon. So, kung ang totoong brand ay, kunyari, G-Shock, posible na doon nga siya mag-react and doon yung makikita sa test, sa polygraph test na mas malakas yung reaction ng suspect. Okay? Next, we have the guilt complex test. Guilt complex test, o mas kilala bilang GCT. Dito naman, ginagamit ito kapag halos pareho yung response ng subject sa relevant at control question. So, kaya ang hirap na ang examiner malaman kung nagsisinungaling ba siya o hindi. So, sa test na din ito, madadagdagan ng ibang crime or issue na hindi naman talaga involved yung suspect. So, for example, did you steal the Ferrari toy collection? So, pero ang totoo, iniimbestigahan pala ito sa pagkawala ng cellphone. So, kapag walang reaksyon ng suspect sa fake issue na tinanong mo, pero malakas yung reaction niya, so, maaaring tunay yung issue. Pero possible indication lang to ng deception. So, although hindi related, pero may kinalaman at tumaas yung kanyang physiological reaction, ibig sabihin, may possible indication lang. Okay? Next, we have the symptomatic question. The symptomatic question. So, dito naman, ay ginagamit para malaman kung may ibang issue na iniisip o kinakatakutan pa ang subject. So, minsan kasi hindi tungkol sa current case ang iniisip ng subject. Baka may iba pa siyang crime na involved kaya siya kinakabahan. So, for example, ang tanong sa kanya, are you completely convinced that I will not ask any question on this test that has not already been reviewed? So, sa tanong na yon, dito, chine-check kung may hidden fear or may concern yung subject. Next is the SKY questions. So, sa SKY questions, so, nangangahulugan, kaya yan SKY. S for the suspect. K for the knowledge. And Y is for you. So, ginagamit ito to confirm yung mga previous chart and para ma-detect din yung guilty knowledge ng isang suspect. So, halimbawa, natanong dito ay, do you suspect anyone in a particular of stealing like Nick's cellphone, So, yun yung S na tanong. Pagdating sa K, bukod na tanong naman to, like example, do you know for sure who stole Nick's iPhone? So, knowledge naman to kung may alam ka. And pag you, did you steal Nick's iPhone? So, it's all about you sa pagtatanong dito sa mismong suspect. So, that is the SKY question. So, ang progress ng questioning from suspicious to knowledge hanggang direct involvement. Okay, inisa-isa, papunta sa specific na ikaw mismo yung may kinalaman. And next ay ang silent answer test. O mas kilala bilang SAT. Dito, same question pa rin ang ginagamit pero ang subject ay sasagot silently or mentally lamang. So, walang verbal answer na magaganap. Hindi siya pwedeng magsalita. Tahimik lang siyang sasagot sa isip niya. So, even without speaking, possible pa rin makita sa polygraph tracing yung reaction niya tulad ng pagbabago sa breathing and heartbeat. Okay? And last is the zone comparison. Zone comparison test or the ZCT. Dito naman, ang sa zone comparison test or ZCT, ang zone ay isang block of time sa polygraph chart kung saan nakapokus yung subject sa specific type of question. So, meron tayong 5 variation sa ZCT. First is yung math quadri-track zone comparison technique. So, dito, ginagamit tong technique na to for single issue test only. So, may additional control question ito para ma-detect yung fear of error ng mga innocent person and also yung mga hope of error ng mga guilty person. Okay? Next is the Baxter Tri-Zone Comparison Technique. Dito naman, gumagamit ng color coding. So, kapag ang color green zone, control issue yan. Kapag naman red zone, relevant question, and black zone is the symptomatic question. Okay, may label yung mga color na ito. Okay, naka-color coding. And next, we have the DODP B spot zone. B spot zone comparison technique. So, dito, it developed by the Department of Defense Polygraph Institute kung saan nakafocus ito sa mga primary issue together with the SKY question. Okay, yun lang naman yung tatandaan dito. Next is the integrated zone comparison technique. Dito naman, it developed in 1987 by Nathan Gordon and William Wade and Philip Cochete. Susulat natin yung mga pangalan. Nathan Gordon, William Wade, and Philip Cochete. So, ito yung mga modified version ng mga original Baxter technique. And next, last, ay the Utah zone comparison technique. Dito, ang Utah technique, ito naman yung mga relevant question. Nakapokus lamang siya sa single issue. Okay? Next part is the common question sequencing. The part 2 na tayo. Okay? This is the part 1. Part 1, supplementary test question. Part 2. Part 2 is the common questioning or the question sequencing. So, dito, may tinatawag tayo na red in bow technique. So, sa red in bow technique, ay gumagamit ito ng 11 questions. So, kasama rito yung irrelevant question, relevant question, control question, symptomatic question, at knowledge question. So, mga example ng mga question dito ay, do you drink? Did you steal the phone? Have you ever stolen anything before? Ayan, yan ang mga example ng red in bow technique. Next, we have the Baxter zone test. Baxter zone test. Dito naman, may mga 13 questions naman dito at mas structured and sequencing. So, kasama rito yung sacrifice relevant questions, control questions, guilt complex question, symptomatic question kasama rin, at yung SKY question. So, yan lang naman yung dalawa, red in bow and Baxter zone. Next, part 3, the possible question before the polygraph test. Ano yung mga tinatanong bago siya mag-under ng polygraph test. So, before conducting the polygraph exam, this is the common question na tinatanong sa subject. For example, who will be my examiner? No? How much does it cost? How many questions can be asked? And will nervousness affect the result? So, normal lang naman nakabahan before yung exam, but yung examiner, they establish a baseline first para ma-identify yung normal reaction ng subject. Okay, yun lang naman. And next, for the part 4, the things that cannot be tested. The things that cannot be tested ay hindi lahat ay kayang itest ng polygraph. So, for example, hindi pwedeng itest yung love. Diba yung polygraph machine, hindi siya pwedeng itest dun sa love, sa lust, sa desire, sa intention, or pati yung mga hypothetical situation. So, tandaan nyo lang na polygraph examination should focus only on physical acts and truthfulness. Okay? Yun lang naman. Para ma-summarize natin to, yung supplementary test ng polygraph examination are used to strengthen the accuracy of the investigation. And each test has a unique purposes like detecting the hidden knowledge, identifying the fear or the guilt, and confirming the deception. So, yung mga technique na to, it help the examiner to gather the better conclusion during the investigation. So, yun lang naman. Thank you for listening, and pag may tanong kayo, i-PM lamang po si Ma'am.